Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis Carter and I make videos about web design and web development. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the super common frequently asked questions accordion tabs that open and close when you click them. So it's super simple. If you want to see how I achieve this, then keep watching. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do, which I already did, is I linked my font from Google Fonts here, and I also linked my style sheet and my JavaScript file here as well. So I'm going to come into my body, and I'm going to do a section called FAQ. And inside of that section, I'm going to have my main heading that says frequently asked questions. After my heading, I'm going to come in with the FAQ container. Inside of that, I'm going to have my FAQ card. Inside of that, I'm going to have my question. Inside of my question, I'm going to have an H2 that says this is the question. And then I also need a little icon that toggles to show the answer to the question. So you can download an SVG or an image from anywhere. I have mine right here in Figma. So all I'm going to do is highlight it, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit copy as SVG. And then I'm going to paste that inside of my question div. So this all should be inside of your question div. Then after my question div, I'm going to come in with an answer div. And the answer div is going to have a paragraph inside, and I'm going to hit lorem and tab to give me some dummy text. And this is what we have so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back up to my FAQ card, and I'm going to copy this. Actually, I'm going to put a little note right here, end of card. And then I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to paste again. So I should have 3 cards total, or however many cards you need. But I'm going to go with 3. So that's all the HTML. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my CSS file. As you can see, I already have some variables set up. I have a reset, and I have my font installed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my FAQ section. I'm going to give it a padding of 2 rem. Then I'm going to give my FAQ H1 a padding on the bottom of 2 rem. Then I'm going to go to my FAQ container. I'm going to give it a display of grid and a gap of 2 rem. And just so we can see it, I'm going to give it a background color of my white variable. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I might come back and add some more styles to this, but next we're just going to move on to the FAQ card. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a padding all around of 2 rem. And then I'm going to, let's see what's next. I'm going to target my question tab. Question. I'm going to say display of flex. Justify content space between. And then I'm going to make this SVG smaller. So I'm going to go to question SVG width of 2 rem and a height of 2 rem. And there we go. We're getting somewhere now. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this question a padding on the bottom of 1 rem. Actually, I might make it 2 rem. Let's see what that looks like. Uh-oh. Oops, I put it on the question SVG. I should put it on the question here. Oops. There we go. Now, next, all of these questions need their own color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my HTML, and I'm going to give each card its own class of a color. So I'm going to say blue for the first one. Then I'm going to go to the second one and say pink. Then I'm going to go to the third one and say yellow. Okay. Now I'm going to set up these styles that I just made for these classes in CSS. So I'm going to say my class of blue is going to have a background color of my variable called blue. Oops, blue 200, light blue. And then I'm going to say it's going to have a text color of my variable dark blue. Simple enough. Then I'm going to copy this for my pink and my yellow. Pink, yellow. And then I'm going to change these out. This is going to be brown. This is going to be brown. And this is going to be yellow. And there we go. As you can see, the gap that we placed in between each item here on the FAQ container, the gap of 2 rem is visible now. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into my card and I'm going to get a border radius of, let's just say 1 rem, just so the edges are rounded just a little bit. And perfect. Now that's ready to go. And now we can move on to our JavaScript. So what we want to happen is we want to click on a question and reveal the answer. And actually, I need to go back into my style.css, and I need to give my answer a display of none. And then I'm going to have a class that we toggle called isOpen. That's going to have a display of block. Very important. Okay, so let's move on to the JavaScript now. So I'm going to say FAQ item equals my document dot query selector all of my FAQ card. Let me just make sure I called it the right thing. FAQ card. Okay. Perfect. Then I'm going to say FAQ items dot for each parentheses, another set of parentheses. I'm going to put item. Then I'm going to do an arrow function. And I'm going to say, I'm going to make a const question equals item dot query selector. And we're going to be looking for the class of question. Then I'm going to say const answer equals item dot query selector answer. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an event listener to my question. So anytime the question is clicked, we're going to be listening for that click so we can then open the answer tab. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say question dot add event listener is going to listen for a click, comma, parentheses, arrow function. Then we're going to do answer dot class list toggle the class of is open. We're going to save that and let's see if it works. And it doesn't work. So let's see what I did wrong here. Oh, I don't have a period here. Let's try again. There we go. Super simple and easy. So if you thought this video was valuable and it helped you out, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys in the next one.